And we're back out in the garden, not to talk about ribs this go around.
Oh man, those are
smells
fantastic.
great, doesn't it?
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about this little apple tree right now. A lot of people are planting little trees out there, and this is a little guy, and you want to make sure that you put a big old well. You can see that well we put around this tree. It's got to have, Ryan, about 6 inches of water, and the tree should be planted above the soil line, folks. You can always plant a tree too shallow, but I'll tell you what, if you plant it too deep, it is going to end up with all kinds of problems. Scotty, reach up and get those queen palms right above you there. You can see these queen palms up here, and a lot of people plant these, Ryan.
Yeah.
And this time of year, these guys are going to require some special fertilizer, as they will during the summertime and the fall, and that's called manganese, or Dr. Bob's queen palm food. Folks, if you don't do this 3 or 4 times a year, you're going to end up with some dead palm trees.
What do they do, just dry up on
You know, what happens is we get what is called frizzle top on these trees, and you will notice it right away, and they turn out to be one ugly thing you don't want in your yard.
Frizzle top, huh?
Frizzle top. So you want to just go ahead, do something like that, and you're in good shape. Now, Ryan,
that happens just with old age. Frizzle
well,
top.
you know what? I got a little of that too, you know, but that's okay. I'm going to go to the barber tomorrow. Hey, listen, here's something else. Got a lot of emails, you know my little farm up north,
Yep.
and it's got a lot of apple trees, and we're planting. We're just talking about that little guy. I've got a bunch of them out there, elk all over, as you well know. Love to eat those apple trees. Here's something I found that works out fantastic. This is called polytape, folks. You got deer, javelina, elk, or anything like this. See how they can see that? That's an electric fence material, and it's real easy for them to see. Once they get shocked, and I know you probably held on to the electric, you've touched them, and once they get shocked, I guarantee you they'll go the other way. That way you don't have to mark the fence, but they know exactly, and folks, it doesn't hurt them. It just moves them on to the right location. I've got a bunch of clover up there where they actually graze on that, but for some reason, right now, right when we're going through bud break on those trees, and that is happening right now, they like to come along and munch away. So I could use your help tomorrow on Easter, help me put all that polytape up, because we're putting some more up. We put some more trees and we're ready to go. Here's some other things you want to go ahead and make sure you're doing. Right now, we're planting a lot of our different types of vine crops. One of them is the loofah sponge, or the gourds. Gourds do fantastic out here. You ever heard of loofah before? Loofah is a sponge. And for those folks,
I know the loofah, yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if you were correlating the two together.
That is it, Ryan, right there. And you can grow them, and they grow fantastic out here in the desert Southwest. So we grow them up on those trellises, like this little, well, you can see our box garden right here, and you see the trellis on the end there. And he's a little bit old, but he'll work, and we just grow him up vertically on something like that, and it'll work fantastic. We call that vertical gardening. It'll get you a lot of shade if you want to grow it on the ground, and it'll work out fantastic. Some other things we're doing, of course, we're releasing a lot of beneficial insects. We showed you on Thursday about our fly eliminator that gets rid of a lot of different types of flies. In fact, there's a little ladybug we just released right there, and of course those lacewings. All those should go in
Ladybugs are good
right now.
Hey, you know what I've run into is I've got a lot of monarch butterflies.
Oh man,
and
beautiful.
the caterpillars.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of them.
Do not
it's
spray any
gorgeous.
BT.
It's gorgeous, but do they cause any problems to any of the other plants?
They'll munch on some plant material, but you want to make sure you don't spray any BT or any type of pesticides. You'll see a lot of the swallowtails out there, which are the orange dog type caterpillars, a little bit of damage on the orange trees. I am an environmentalist when it comes to making sure my butterflies stay around, so do not spray Thuricide like I recommend when we have a cabbage problem or a cabbage looper problem. So you want to hold off on spraying anything, especially right now. Beneficial insects is the ideal situation, along with your trichogrammas, which is another parasitic wasp. We'll try to show those guys in a little bit, and we'll show you what those look like.